Welcome again. I want to say welcome, new consultants and some seasoned consultants may be watching this also. But I just want to invite y'all to make sure that you watch till the end of this, because there will be a word. If you learned before that there's going to be 6 different videos, and I'm working on these videos right now, but hopefully you'll find this maybe later. I'm hoping that I'll be able to make this video last because I've had to update them a lot. But we have so many new changes that are amazing that this is our updated version. And so I'm going to be talking about a few different things. But we used to have a different form of pay for our website. So they just recently updated our website. We have a different type of pay. There's so many different things. So I'm going to tell you a few different things, some fun things that you'll want to do. Now, all of you are hopefully working on either your 24 and 24, $24 to 24 people in 24 hours. If you don't know about that, text me, call me right now, so that you can get that first order placed. Know that there's different ways to place your order. Okay. Now, we have a Mary Kay In Touch. When you go under ordering, that is where we as consultants can place our orders. Okay. Then we have when you are a new consultant, you get a free My Shop website. Okay. So that is so that you have to set it up, though. It's not going to work on its own. You have to set it up. It's very simple to set up. But I told you on the last one, I think we talked about making sure that you've entered your social. So you're going to want to make sure you have that done. If you have not, you can go up to the right-hand corner of your Mary Kay In Touch, and you'll be able to go under your small picture and go find social and then update it. Okay. And it will send you a thing to your phone, and you'll put the number. Anyway, you'll be able to do that. So then we also have what's called CDS ordering. And so what that is that we have a thing called My Customers under, on the Mary Kay In Touch. The My Customers is where you're going to put all of your customers, names, addresses. It's really important that you start doing that so that you'll have records of your people. And even if you're not, like if you talk to them and you're not sure, you can still put their information in, and you can always delete it, if you decide that if they have a consultant or if like they're just not going to be somebody, but I mean, it's not going to hurt to have it. So I would make sure and get as many of those filled in as you can. We have a thing called PCP. And so that is Preferred Customer Program. So Mary Kay has specific dates, and there's 4 different, maybe more, but there's at least 4 different lookbooks that go out per year. And but that's up to us to send those out. So you pay, I think it's 90 cents a name. I think hopefully they haven't updated it since the last time that I was checking. But anyway, so what you do is if you have all your customers already in there, when it's time for PCP to be due, and that's based on just the company's different dates, you're going to pay 90 cents a name. They are going to get a book with a sample. Now, these are these big lookbooks, y'all. So 90 cents just to ship that book, you're going to be paying way over 90 cents now. Like, it's unbelievable that they do this for us. So they're bulk mailers. So they will mail the book and it's going to have a sample in it. So you want to do as many as you can on this. And even if you're new, you can put in the people that you are working to be your customers and have them, get a book. So, but just check on the dates, because that's going to change with different ones. So I'm not going to say a date on here, But you also, I usually am putting them up on Beverly's Believers, but you can go with Mary Kay and check dates. Or you can call either me or the company. And if I don't know, we'll call the company. So I don't always remember. I have to look back myself. But when you do that, guess what else? This is amazing. When you do PCP, preferred customer, if you have any people in that, Mary Kay allows you to order when the new products come out. Instead of waiting till the 15th, you get to order on the 10th. So you always want to have people in your PCP, okay, preferred customer program. You always want to send out some books for that. Also, if you are a STAR consultant, you get to do that. So I will be giving you more information on that. But the first level for STAR is 1,800 wholesale, which is 3,600 retail. And Mary Kay, when you do that within their quarters that they have, there's certain dates. So like this quarter that we're in now ends on the 15th, but it just depends on where you're at and the time. But it's going to be, you can check on that also. You can check with me or check on In Touch or check with the company. And it's like a quarter long. And you get prizes from the company for being a STAR consultant. And we often win different specials and either fun events or things that we do, prizes when you become a STAR. So it's just so fun to be a STAR consultant. You don't want to miss that. And, I remember like working to be a STAR and then, for years now, after you get used to doing that, after you get used to doing those sales and those appointments, then you just kind of get in that rhythm and then you'll just do STAR consultant. It's really amazing. It's really fun. So, and you can choose from things like big prizes like furniture. You can choose trips. You can choose different things, but you let your points accumulate. And you can do it like with the different quarters, but they do expire. I think after that first year, you have to make sure that they don't expire. So keep up with that. And so I usually am always using mine. I like to use mine for office, product, like my business cards and stuff like that. But I also like getting the ones where you can go out to eat and, gift cards and stuff like that, or Walmart or different things, gift cards. It's really fun. So anyway, that's STAR Consultant. Don't miss that. You can do it. And, all right. So, my shop is now, gives you the option to where you can enter 2 zip codes. So the one where you live and one other zip code. Okay, so I told you about my customers. I told you about, the CDS. What I was telling you is you go under your my customers and, you're going to find the customer that you're wanting to send the order to. And then you will go, send an order or something like that. Anyway, you'll see what it is. And you click on that and then it lets you search for those products. It also, there's samples in there that you can send for real, like 50 cents. Some of them are 24. I mean, they're all different little, prices. But that's a great thing, is to be able to send some of those samples out. Okay. So because you're a new consultant, it is so important for you to understand how this works as a new consultant. Now, it used to be that when you got the website, now it's called My Shop, that you had to wait till you were active. So let me tell you what active means. Active, and you do have to place at least an active order one time a year to stay a consultant. I do want to make sure you know this. It's very important. Now, if you are actively working, meaning doing parties, working with customers, that should not be a problem. You should be doing that all the time. But if you're not, and you are, and you're like just trying to get your own product and have a few customers, then you want to make sure and place that 225 wholesale order at least one. It's got to be in a month, 450 retail at least one time a year. Okay. Which is crazy, but like, that's like nothing. But anyway, thankfully we can do that. But now it used to be that you had to place that to even use your customer website. But here's the new thing. Even if you're not active, your customer website will work. And if you could get a website order on your My Shop and not even know them, because when people go to Mary Kay and they'll go to the website marykay.com and they will want a product and they refer them to a consultant. If you're a star consultant, you're going to be at the top of the list. So you'll get first dibs on those new people. But then they'll just go through the list. Well, because right now, so many people have not been setting up their My Shop, I guess. More people are getting orders. And so it is very important to set that up, because you never know what's going to happen with that. But I also want to tell you this. When you're new, in your first 15 days, if you place a 1,200 retail, 600 wholesale, all at one time, you actually would get over $300 free, okay? And that is in your first 15 days, okay? Now, what I'm saying is you could go out and collect a bunch of orders, or you may need that. Like if you use the Volufarm, that's almost like a part of that, a big portion. So basically, do you see where this is in your first 15 days or 2 months? So if nobody's ordered on your website, right, and you've got your orders, everybody's giving you money for the orders. Like they can send you a Venmo, or they can Cash App you, or pay you with cash and you put it and you deposit it, however that works. And you have enough money now. Your goal is to do 1,200 retail, right? But as a new consultant, some people, they're just wanting to get this free product at the beginning and have a little bit of inventory. So that means you could take when you receive $600 plus your tax and shipping, you literally could place this order and get $1,200 worth of product, if that makes sense. So your profit at that point would be, in your product. But let's say that you just go ahead and sell 1,200, which would be great. You could also place your first order, and you'll be able to make that money. Now, I would encourage you to have something on your, have something, because when Easter comes, when Valentine's Day comes, when Christmas comes, you can make up little items and sell those products. It's pretty amazing. You can have a basket that you show and do your specials out of, or just basket that you show. So it's nice to have product, depending on what you're going to be doing with the business. Now, if you're just doing nothing, like you're just like going to be servicing 1 or 2 people, then that's different than if you're say, I want to do 1 party a week, or I want to do 2 or 3 or whatever. So be looking at this, okay? Look at this. Now, there is an actual little test that you can take in your little booklet, and it helps you know how much you need, how much inventory, or how much you want to order, okay? So this is something that I would like to do with every new consultant. I would like for us to do this together, and let's look at, hey, what do I need to have on my shelf either now or maybe in the future that I want to build to? That you are your own consultant. You are your boss, so you decide that. There is no pressure from anybody. You decide that. But I will be glad to give you advice on that, because I did not start out with very much inventory. I didn't start out with any at first. I placed an order, and I should have, because I ended up later, I decided to build it because I was getting so many customers from my parties. And I'm like, I got to have product. I want to have product to sell right there on the spot. So you don't have to do that, but it sure is nice, because guess what? When you have the product, then it's more likely to sell. Okay. So now I want to tell you, so if in your first 15 days that you collect your money and you have a whole 600 wholesale order. Now, if somebody orders on your website, you will not be able to do that. I'm just going to tell you that. So But some of you are not able to start out with this. Like, this is not something. So you for sure, you know, anything that they're ordering, you're going to get 30%. You're going to make 30%. When you're setting up My Shop, it's going to give you those options, and you're just going to walk through My Shop. It's not hard to do. You're just going to walk through those different things, and you're going to put your, you're going to connect it to your checking account, so that whenever somebody orders, Mary Kay is going to take care of all that hard work for you. Get them they'll mail them the product, and they're going to deposit half of that pay into your, unless you're doing like a discount or free or something like that, you should get a half of it. Or 30% if you're not active. Okay. And active again means that you within a month have placed a 225 wholesale at least, or more. And then you can stay active from that point for 2 months following that month that it happens. That means you can, then after that, you'll be able to order any items, or when people order, you're going to make 50%. Okay. So I hope that helps. But just remember, in this first 15 days of your business, if somebody orders on your website, you will not be able to take advantage of this one. Now, there's more free product that we're going to show in just a minute. But in your first 15 days, if you place a 600 all at one time, 1,200 retail, or you're going to get, whoops, okay, I missed then you're going to get $371.50 free. If you place a 2,400 retail, 1,200 wholesale, you're going to get $551.50 free. If you place a 3,600 retail, 36 retail, 3,600 retail, 1,800 wholesale, you're going to get $767.50 free. If you place a 4,800 retail, 2,400 wholesale, you're going to get $947.50 free. If you place that 6,000 retail, 3,000 wholesale, you're going to get $1,127.50 free. If you place a 7,200 retail, 3,600 wholesale, you're going to get $1,307.50 free retail. Now, keep in mind, that means that when people pay you for these, you're going to get that whole amount because you're going to get that much in product. Okay? So you're not paying 50%. You're getting this free whenever when you order this much that I told you. Now this is only either in that 15 days. Okay. You're going to be able to get that extra. Now, here's the deal. There are different bundles, but the reason why you will get the extra, the 300 instead of just the 150 or whatever, is because this is your bonus your first 15 days if you place a 600 all at one time. Again, if somebody's already ordered on your website, no worries. I want to show you the next way that you can earn free. But in your first 15 days, you will get over $300 free if you place 600 or up all at one time. Okay. Because you'll have this bonus, and then you'll have your other bonuses. And I'm going to show you these. And again, I want you to make sure you fill this out, and me and you can talk about this together. Now, we have different bonus sets with that first group. Now, we're going to understand there's more than one opportunity here. So, in your first 15 days or in your first 2 months, if you wait and place a 600 wholesale all at once or more, all the way up to these other ones. Okay, but here's the bundles. The first one is the Time-Wise Miracle Set Bundle, 180. So let's say you missed and it's over 15 days, but you place a 600 in those first 2 months all at one time. Okay, then you can choose that. Or you can choose the number 2, Open Business Bundle, 166. And that, you can see what kind of comes in that. And I can go over this with you when we talk. Or you're going to do number 3, Lash and Lips Bundle. That's what comes in the Lash and Lips Bundle. Okay, looks like 1 mascara and 3 mascara. Or 1 lip gloss and 3 mascaras. Okay. And then the last one is the Ultimate Time-Wise Bundle. And that's 176. Y'all, that's amazing that you can get that much free product. So when you place a 600, again, when you place a 600 all at the same time, 1,200 retail, 600 wholesale, or any of the levels that I showed, that I told you, okay? 1,800, all the way at 1,830, all these different ones, okay? When you do that all at one time, either in the month you started or the second month, you will get these bonuses that I showed you. But let's say you don't place them all at once, or you miss and you do it later or something like that. But you still have people ordering on your website, and you're doing these appointments and you're selling. So here's what's cool. Let's say, that you place your order in those first 4 months, right? And it adds up to 600. Let's say you're doing hardly anything. I was going to say nothing, but that's a double negative. If you're doing hardly anything, but you still can place a 600 wholesale total, that's 1,200 retail in 4 months, y'all. Y'all, 4 months, you're still going to get $121.50 free. Okay? Even though it's not all at one time, all 4 months as a new consultant. Now, if you're in your 4th month and you miss it, you miss it. You don't get that free product. And then the 1,200 wholesale is $243 free. And so this keeps going. And so make sure and get with me and let's talk more about this. There's different levels, okay? There's different levels that you can order. And so Mary Kay kind of shows in this little booklet the different levels. So this is what a 3,600 wholesale order looks like. And so, y'all, if you're doing like 5 parties a week, you're going to need this much. You're going to need this much. Okay. This is, okay, I'm trying to see. Okay. So they have all the different, this is 3,000 wholesale. Okay. Still, like if you're doing 5 parties or more. Okay. Then if you're not, then you probably won't want to get that inventory. I'm just going to tell you, if you're not doing that many parties, but if you're doing any kind of parties, I would say at least start with that 600, get that, do the 24 and 24, get those orders, do faces, get that up to the 600. You can do it. This one's at 2,400. Now you might be saying that's a lot of product. Well, it looks like it. But when you start doing these appointments, you're going to see product flying through your hands. And you're going to be amazed. So just start doing this. Just start sharing these products, sharing the product. And you're going to be selling products so you'll build a customer base. And that was a 1,200 and that's the 600. See how small? There's not very much in that. So I'm just letting you know that like this is a money making opportunity. So our goal is to help you make money. We want to make money. Okay. And so I share with you about these different levels because I really believe that it helps me to sell more whenever I have more. Okay. On my shelf. Now, also, if you're doing more virtual, you may not want to have as much on your shelf as if you're doing in person. Okay. But that's not necessarily true. It could work either way. And so I do want you to know that like there's a questionnaire to help you make those decisions. So when you get this book, or I can send you the questions on that first page, I can send it to you like by text or whatever so you can look at it. So if you don't have this yet, hopefully you do, because I try to get everybody this within your first few weeks. Hopefully, I like to get it sooner than that. But anyway, so this is going to be a really great way to kind of help you weigh and figure out your point system as to how much you need. Okay, again, our goal is to make 50%. That's what I want to make as much as I can, right? But let's say that you're not active and someone orders on your website. Well, you're still going to make 30%, okay? But if you do the math, when you're really close, then go sell one other thing. Go sell one other thing. Go sell one other thing. Get that order up there so that you're making more money. Okay? Because we want you to make money. All right. Let's see what else. Okay, I talked about that. So that the earn discount is really great. So when you place that first 225 or hopefully 600, right? That's going to put you, you'll be active that month and 2 months following. And then you'll want to keep working and keep working. And then every month when you place, the 225 or more, you'll go back to A1, which is active 1 status. Okay. Oh goodness. No, okay. Hopefully I've got everything. I talked about everything, but it's very important that we get together and talk about this so I can see where you're at and I know what's in your head, like what you're thinking, where you want to be at with the company. And if it's just part-time, it's totally fine. But still get with me and let's make a plan for you. If it's full-time, that's great. Whatever you decide to do is great. And we're happy to work with you. Okay. Is there anything else? Okay. So this is what I was going to show you. Did I show you this? So let's say you miss the other, but you still are, it's adding up to 600 in your first 4 months. Now keep up with that because I'll have people say, is it already what? It's my 4th month? And I'll be like, yeah. So on this one, when you do 600 or more cumulative in those 4 months, then here's the different sets you can choose from. There's the time-wise, the lash levels set, and the Open for Business bundle, which has got microdermabrasion, clear proof, a mask, white tin citrus, So anyway, these are great. So, all right. Make sure that I'm not missing anything. I think that we're going to be able to say the word. If you've been listening to this and you're at the end, so you're going to now know that, maybe I should explain one more thing. Okay, let me explain one more thing. Be ready to write down this word because I'll tell you in just a minute. Okay. I want to explain again, when somebody orders on your website and you are not active, then you're going to make 30%. So Mary Kay, basically, and Stripes works together. So as soon as your people purchase, then they're going to, Mary Kay make sure that, that Nikki is, I just said Nikki, that, Nikki, that's so funny. I was just thinking about you, so I got to say your name. That they make sure that Nikki is doing great, and that made me totally lose my train of thought, y'all. I'm so sorry because I just said I was trying to show somebody an example, but anyway, we really do have a new Nikki. Okay, they make sure that that you are getting your money. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So let's say that Nikki, since I've already said Nikki, let's say that Nikki gets a website order, right? Somebody comes and orders on her website. Well, Nikki is going to already have set up her My Shop. So she's going to have her pictures, whatever she wants up there. She's going to say what her favorite products are. There's all different kinds of things you're going to fill out. She's going to know what her zip codes are, the 2 zip codes. She's going to go ahead and connect her bank to My Shop. The Stripes, I'm sorry. Stripes is the way that we get paid, okay? And the way the customer pays. So the customer will go and pay, and then the Stripe through Mary Kay will send our profits. We don't have to do a thing when they order on the website. They're just going to send our profit. So I just wanted to make sure. So Nikki, if you're watching, hopefully you will be, then know that Nikki or whoever you are as a consultant, you'll get to make money right on the spot when somebody orders on your website. Now, I say right on the spot. Sometimes it takes a day or two for it to get processed, but it's not very long. And then you'll just see money go into your account. It's pretty awesome. So, all right, now I'm ready for the word. So y'all know there's going to be 6 videos, and you've already heard the first video. So make sure that you go back. If you didn't get the word, write down the word. When you have 6 words and you put them together as a sentence, you're going to get a prize when you finish these 6 videos. All right. I hope this helped. The word for today is completed. Okay. Completed. So you know what it was yesterday because you watched. So make sure, don't comment on here. Don't tell what it is. And these videos, hopefully I'll be able to save these so that we can put them back up in this space. So, cause, y'all know, Facebook is now deleting videos. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Ask any questions that you want to ask. I hope that I'm able to help in any way I can. I hope that you're feeling successful and you're doing great. So God bless. Don't forget to write your word down. And so excited to see you soar. God bless.